What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and as you know, we are quickly approaching the federal unemployment extension deadline of September 6th, and we are expecting to see a cliff where we can literally see millions of people lose their unemployment benefits if there is not an extension. This is your unemployment update and your federal unemployment extension update. Now, as you guys know, those provisions include PUA for the self-employed, independent contractors, gig workers, people who are normally not eligible for regular state unemployment insurance. Also, PEUC, which extends out after your claim ends, how long you can collect benefits for, and also FPUC, which is an additional boost added on top of your weekly benefits. And right now, that is currently at $300 per week. Now, the current extension is set to end September 6th, and we've actually had 26 states, as you know, that follow me here on the channel, come out and announce that they were going to be ending them before that, saying that they felt that at this point, for their states, it wasn't necessarily needed anymore, and that it wasn't encouraging people to go back out and get jobs, that they wanted to end it early so that way it encouraged people to get out, get employed, and rebolster their state economies. Well, we then had states sue the governors for deciding to do that, and some have actually won, including Maryland, Indiana, Arkansas, and they have restarted up those benefits. Now, the White House and President Joe Biden, they said that if states want to end it early, they could go ahead and do so because this was only supposed to be temporary. But then when these lawsuits started happening and they started winning, then we saw this. Take a look. Biden administration says that states can restart pandemic unemployment benefits as lawsuits mount. Now, you guys, what we're hearing though is there's not a whole lot of talk about extending this out even past September 6th, which is making a lot of people concerned right now because we just saw that eviction moratorium come to an end, and we haven't seen Congress or the White House say that they have the authority to extend it out even further. And right now, people are being evicted. And also, take a look at this. We're seeing that cases in the United States are actually on an upward trend, and we had 122,000 new cases due to the Delta variant just last Friday, and we're almost double where we were at on this exact same day last year. So you guys, there's going to be 7.5 million people that may lose their benefits on September 6th. I'm going to let you know the latest that we know about what's happening with unemployment and get you caught up as of today, August 2nd, 2021. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, keeping you up to date on unemployment, stimulus, Congress, the economy, anything having to do with money, be sure to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Just takes a second. It really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. And also, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and share this out on social media platforms if you think it's going to be helpful to other people as well. And if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and come join the Ram fam, the viewing community, and I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff so you know what's happening. And if by chance you get any specific questions that you want me to answer, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That is by far the best way to get a hold of me. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into these articles, and I'm going to get you caught up on the latest of what's happening right now with unemployment as we approach this deadline, this cliff. They're saying that could end benefits for 7.5 million people unless we have a new unemployment extension. All right, you guys, so first up, link in the description below to this article that just recently came out that says there's an unemployment cliff coming and more than 7.5 million may fall off. Now, the article says that millions of jobless Americans are poised to lose their pandemic-era income support in about a month's time. Now, the impending benefits cliff, it appears different from others that loomed this past year when Congress was able to keep aid flowing after the 11th hour legislative deals. There doesn't seem to be an urgency among federal lawmakers to extend pandemic benefit programs past Labor Day, their official cutoff date. There's almost nobody talking about extending benefits, said Andrew Stettner, the senior fellow of the Century Foundation and the progressive think tank. Now, who's impacted? The cliff will impact Americans who are receiving benefits through a handful of temporary programs, which we discussed. They include aid for long-term unemployed as well as self-employed gig workers and freelancers through PUA, and those who are generally ineligible for state benefits. Now, more than 9 million people were receiving such assistance as of July 10th, according to the Labor Department. So just a couple weeks ago, we literally had 10 million people. Now, about 7.5 million will still be collecting benefits by the time that September 6th ends, Stetner estimated. So about 7.5 million people will suddenly have their benefits unexpectedly cut off, and they lose their entitlement to any benefits at that time. Now, others who are eligible for traditional state unemployment insurance, they can continue to receive those weekly payments past Labor Day. So if you're on state unemployment insurance or UI, you still can get those benefits, but federal benefits, PUA, PEUC, and that boost, they're going away, and roughly 3 million people are currently getting regular state benefits. So of that 7.5, over half are collecting federal benefits. However, they'll also lose their $300 weekly supplement. So if you're currently collecting regular state unemployment benefits, you're also getting that $300 on top. That's going to go away. So right now, if you're collecting, say, $400, that's going to drop after September 6th down to $100. Now, as we mentioned, 26 states, they ended their participation in the federal unemployment programs over June and July to try to encourage recipients of these federal benefits to return to work, effectively moving up the benefits cliff for residents by about 2 or 3 months, so cutting them short by about 2 or 3 months. And what we're hearing is that those states that collected those benefits, that were supposed to distribute them, that money is actually going back to the federal government, and they're using it for this new infrastructure bill that's getting passed for $1.2 trillion. So reading on, it also says businesses across the state, they continue to say that they would grow and expand if it wasn't for the lack of workers. According to Marcia Holtman, Secretary of South Dakota Department of Labor and Regulation, she said back in May, ending these programs is a necessary step towards recovery, growth, and getting people back to work. So they're saying that this is still necessary. We need to end these benefits because we can't get our economy back to how it was as long as people are collecting these federal benefits. But we also have people saying there's no jobs to go back to, we can't go back, there's still the Delta variant going around getting people sick, and we still need these. So let me know your thoughts down below, but here is a chart that's going to be showing you the situation for each and every single state. Now you can see here that the dark blue are ones that withdrew between June 12th and June 19th, and that includes Alaska, Indiana, Wyoming, Nebraska, North Dakota, Iowa, Montana, Indiana, West Virginia, Mississippi, Alabama, and New Hampshire. And you can see that in the blue, they withdrew on other dates, and that includes Montana, Utah, South Dakota, Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Ohio, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Maryland, and Florida. And you can see that in the light blue, they withdrew July 31st. The one for that one is Louisiana, which is also the only Democratic state that has withdrawn early. And in the gray, these are ones that are going to be continuing on until the deadline of September 6th. And you can see Hawaii, California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico, Kansas, Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Rhode Island, and also Maine. That is the status of all the states. Now, we're currently seeing articles pop up like this. Take a look. This one just came out yesterday. The Delta variant has unemployed Americans begging for more help, but DC isn't doing anything. And this particular article is talking specifically about unemployment benefits. But in addition to that, we also just saw, take a look at this, link in the description below, the White House says that the CDC can't renew the eviction ban. We saw that eviction moratorium come to an end. It expired, and it is not being extended out. So evictions are ready to roll for people that are behind on their rent. Well, you guys, that is the latest on these ending provisions. The eviction moratorium has expired, and we're going to be seeing if unemployment will come to an end or if there might be some form of a further extension, particularly if we see this Delta variant continue to spread. And if we do hear any updates, I will be sure to let you guys know here on the channel. But with that being said, you guys, I hope that this reaches you well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and you can come join the viewing community, join the RAM fam to stay up to date on whatever's unfolding with stimulus, unemployment, Congress, the economy. I'll keep you up to date. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. Remember, Monday through Friday, regular uploads at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and also random videos throughout the days and weekends as news breaks. But again, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.